Jim Lakey with news and announcements for Maxville and St. John, Kansas on cable channel 3. Also on SandylandCenter.org, our website. And today is Monday, the 9th of March, and we're enjoying the best weather we've had in a long while. Today, at noontime in the square, it's 55 degrees. It's going to go all the way up to 64 today. We'll have a sunny day for the next 3 days. 64, the high today. Tuesday, the high 69. Wednesday, the high 70. And the lows are in the mid-30s to 40s. Then it gets a little cloudy. Thursday and Friday, partly cloudy. 68, again, a high temperature for Thursday. And 55, the high for Friday. And then the first day with a little rain. So we're having showers Saturday. 57 still the high. And a 50% chance of rain. We have no birthdays for today, but for tomorrow, Maria Smith. Maria Smith has her birthday. And those are all the birthdays and those kinds of announcements. Again, remember the St. John Hudson Ministers Alliance is having Lenten breakfast at 7 o'clock Wednesday mornings at First United Methodist Church. And they have a little bit of a homily after they have some singing. And they have the good fellowship of getting together before they start and having a short breakfast. Then we have our Recreation Commission events. Thursday the 19th, they go to the Dutch Kitchen, shopping at Stedsman, bulk at Glenn's Bulk Foods, and they leave at 10:30, come back at 8:30, the cost is $7. Then the lunch bunch on Thursday the 26th, go to Inman Harvest Cafe, where there's traditional German food, and that's in Inman, Kansas. They leave at 10, come back at 2:30, and the cost is $8 for the gasoline. Then we have the final wind-up for the month, a Dodge casino trip on Tuesday the 31st, and you can also go to the Dodge City Shopping Mall. They leave at 8, come back at 4, and the fee is $8. And now we have the city is hiring people for the summer, and they have a contract and a couple of job openings. So the first one is sealed bids for the mowing and trimming of property that's in violation of the city code for that contract. And in all of these, information about the job and applications are at City Hall, and you can call 549-3208 and talk to the city about any of those. And this, the job bids are open until 5 o'clock the 17th of March. Also, swimming pool manager is also a job that's open until the 17th of March. They're accepting applications for a swimming pool manager for this summer. The job descriptions are available at City Hall, and again, the applications are open until 5 o'clock on March 17th. And then the final one is for a part-time seasonal person to help out in the summer. And they'll be doing mowing and trimming of city properties, but not limited to this. They need to be 17 years old. And again, the applications are at City Hall, and they can call 3208 for more information. And we'll get those jobs filled, and the city will be ready to go when summer finally gets here. we're making a good start this week, I hope. Well, now we have our menus, and so today at the Sunflowers, they're having cream turkey and baked boiled potatoes, and then on Tuesday, Salisbury steak with gravy and cooked cabbage, cauliflower, and cornbread. And on Wednesday, chicken pot pie, green salad, and it says biscuit tea. I don't quite know what that is. Then for Maxville, they're having turkey terrazzini today, oven fried chicken tomorrow, and good old ham and beans on Wednesday. So it's a great thing. We urge all the seniors to help out and take part in those programs. It helps the program if you go, but it also helps you to have a good lunch and visit with a lot of your friends. Well, this is the end of the news and announcements. We're really enjoying the change in the weather, and we invite you to listen for a little bit about God's Story, which is a program that's going on, and we carry one of the lectures of that program after the news on Monday. So stay tuned for that little promo. The word of the day is this: is there anything that's more embarrassing than barking up the wrong tree? This is Jim Leahy saying have a great day and enjoy this weather.
This is your story.
This is your story.
This is your story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
This is my story.
But most of all,
this is the greatest story ever told.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
I know you're going to enjoy the incredible journey you're about to embark on. The story is brimming over with tales of mystery, intrigue, adventure, of love, heartbreak, and triumph, of power, of struggle, and finally, of redemption. But remember, the Bible is not 100 ancient, unrelated paintings, but a mural all knitted together to tell the story of God's great love for us and the extent to which He will go to get us back. I know you're really going to enjoy and appreciate this wonderful experience as you fully explore how we all fit into the greatest story ever told, God's story.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
This is God's story.
I'm Ray Davidson, pastor of First Southern Baptist Church here in St. John on the corner of 2nd and Exchange. We would like to invite you to come and join with us as we look at God's story, the story of God's interaction with man. We'll begin on September the 7th at 9:30 a.m. with a worship service, followed by at 10:30 with Sunday school. This is a study for everyone in the family. All of the children, young people, adults will be studying the same lesson so that we can talk about it at home as we go through the week. We invite you again to come and join us on this 31-week study of God's story and man's story.